Here is something nobody tells you about a female narcissist. There are certain things, simple things, that shake her to her core. Things that take away her power. Things she cannot stand. And here's the wild part, brother. Most men do the exact opposite of these things. They beg, they explain, they chase. And every time they do, they hand her more control. Today, that stops. Welcome back to the Narc Free Man Podcast. I'm Phillip. And this is the show where we say the things most people are too scared to say, man to man. So if you are new here, this podcast is for one kind of man. The good man who gave everything to a woman, did everything right, and still ended up feeling like the crazy one. So let us get into it. 9 things that deeply disturb a female narcissist. All right, number 1 is you stop reacting. Think about how it works now. She says something cruel. She provokes you. She picks a fight out of nowhere. And what do? You react. You defend yourself. You get upset and you explain. That reaction is her fuel. That is the whole game. A female narcissist runs on your reaction the way a car runs on gas. Your anger, your tears, that is all food to her. And how she controls how you feel. So picture what happens when the gas runs out. She pokes and you stay calm. She picks a fight and you just look at her, quiet, steady, unbothered. It rattles her deep down because if she cannot move you, she cannot control you. And control is the only thing she has. I'm not telling you to be cold. I'm telling you to stop handing her the gas. Number 2 is when you don't chase. You do not chase. Here is one of her favorite moves. She pulls away. She goes cold. The silent treatment, whatever. She makes you feel like you're about to lose her, right? And what does a good man do? Well, he chases after her. He texts her. He apologizes. He says, please, just talk to me. He runs after her. Now that chase is the trap. The pulling away is the bait. She went cold on purpose, so you would come running after her. And every time you chase, you prove the bait works. You teach her that going cold is how she gets you to obey. So what disturbs her is when she pulls away and you let her, you do not chase, you do not beg, you go live your life. Now she's the one sitting in the silence she created, and she hates it because the silent treatment only works on a man who is afraid of the silence. So be the man who is not afraid of the quiet. Number 3, when you have a life of your own. Think back when you met her. Did you have friends, hobbies, a brother you talked to? Things that were just yours. And where are those things now? Gone mostly, right? One by one. She did not like this friend of yours, or that hobby took too much time, or your family caused too much drama. She did not take your life all at once. She took it one piece at a time. Why? Because a man with a full life is a hard man to control. He has places to go. He has a brother who would say, hey, that is not normal. So nothing disturbs her more than watching you build that life back. If you call an old friend, you go back to the gym, you pick that hobby back up, you get strong on your own. Every piece of your life you take back is a piece of control she loses. To her, your full life is a threat. To you, it is freedom. The 4th thing is when you set a boundary and hold to it. Now, you have probably set boundaries before. We both know that. You said, look, I'm not okay with that behavior. Or you said, do not talk to me that way. And what happened? She pushed. She got angry. She gave you the cold shoulder for like 3 days, right? And you caved. You apologize for even trying. She does not test your boundary to understand it. She tests it to break it. Here's the picture I want you to hold. A boundary is like a fence. The first time you put up a fence, she is going to push on it hard to see if it falls. Most men's fences fall, so she learns your fences are fake, just words, nothing behind them. And what disturbs her is a fence that does not move. You say, I'm not going to be spoken to like that. She pushes and the fence holds. She pushes harder, it still holds. You are modeling the boundary as you say it. You do not have to yell. You do not have to fight. You just have to mean it. A calm man with a fence that holds her is her worst nightmare. All right, number 5 is you start trusting your own memory again. You know this one. You remember something clearly. She said it. You were there. And she looks you dead in the eye and says, that never happened. You were remembering it wrong. And she says it with so much confidence that you start to doubt yourself, right? Like, maybe I did get that wrong. Maybe I am losing it here. That has a name and it's called gaslighting. And the goal is simple, to make you stop trusting your own mind. Because if you think about it, if you cannot trust your own memory, you need her to tell you what is real. And then she controls reality itself. So what shakes her is when you stop arguing about it and you just quietly trust yourself anyway. She says, that never happened. And inside, calm and sure, you think, I know what I heard. You do not need to win the fight out loud. You just need to stop losing it inside your own head. The moment you start to trust your memory again, her favorite tool stops working. All right, number 6 is you stop trying to make her happy. And this one stings, so stay with me. For years, you have tried to make her happy. You bought the things, you said the right words, you walked on eggshells, you bent your whole life around her moods. And it was never enough, was it? Here's why. A narcissist is like a bucket with a hole in the bottom. You can pour and pour and pour your love in and it runs right out. It never fills up. It never can. That is not your fault. You were trying to fill something that cannot be filled. No man could do it. Not you, not anyone. So what disturbs her, the day you stop pouring, the day you stop performing for her moods, the day you stop asking, what did I do wrong? And start asking, why am I the only one trying? When you stop trying to make her happy, you are finally seeing the truth. Her happiness was never your job, and it was never in your power. Number 7, this is the big one. You see the real her, and you do not panic. Remember the beginning of your relationship? She was perfect, right? She loved everything that you loved. She felt like your soulmate, like she was made just for you. That woman was a mask, and somewhere along the way, the mask slipped. Now here's the truth most men cannot handle. The woman at the beginning was not the real her. She was a performance built to hook you. The cold one you live with now, that is closer to who she really is. And most men spend years trying to get the first woman back, chasing a ghost, thinking, if I just do the right thing, she will turn back into the woman that I fell for. She is not coming back because she was never real. Now, what deeply disturbs a female narcissist is a man who finally sees her clearly, the mask, the games, all of it, and does not fall apart. He just sees it. Calm, eyes open, no more fantasy, because the second you see her clearly, the spell is broken, and a narcissist has no power over a man who is no longer under the spell. All right, number 8, you stop keeping it a secret. A narcissist does her best work in the dark, in private, behind closed doors. She is one person, but out in the world, she is charming, sweet. Everybody loves her. So when you try to tell someone what is really like to live with her, they do not believe you. She is so nice, they say, you must be exaggerating. And you feel even more alone. That gap between who she is in public and who she is at home is her shield. And silence keeps the shield up. So what disturbs her is light. when you stop hiding it, when you tell one person the truth, when you talk to a brother who gets it, when you stop protecting her secret. I'm not telling you to go blast her whole world on social media. That can backfire, and we will talk about doing this the smart way another day. I am saying stop carrying it alone in the dark, because the dark is where she is strongest, and the light is where you get your power back. All right, number 9, the biggest one of all. You become truly willing to walk away from the relationship. Everything she does, the games, the cold shoulder, the put downs, the chaos, the abuse, all of it only works on a man who is afraid to lose her. That fear is the hook, and she knows it. So picture the moment that fear is gone. Not anger, not drama, just a calm, deep knowing, I would rather have peace than have this. I'm going to be all right either way. That is the thing she fears most in this world, because the second you no longer need her, she has nothing left to hold over you. Every chain she built runs on your fear of losing her. So take away the fear and the chain breaks. A man who is willing to walk away in peace is a man she can no longer control. Full stop. Now, let me say something, because I know how a man's brain works when he hears a list like this. You might be sitting there thinking, so these 9 things bother her, great. So I will do them to get back at her. I will use them to win. Stop. That is the wrong way to hear this, and I do not want you to miss this. Look at the list again. Stop reacting, stop chasing, build your life, hold to your boundaries, trust your mind, stop pouring into an empty bucket, see clearly, step into the light, and be at peace on your own. Every single one of those things is just you getting healthy. Every one of them is you getting your power, your clarity, and your peace back. They disturb her as a side effect, but that was never the point. The point is you. These are not weapons to beat her with. They are the steps you walked to get free. You do not do these things to her. You do them for you. Now, here is the honest part. Listening to this podcast hopefully gave you clarity. You can see it now. And that is huge. That is the hardest first step, and you just took it. But seeing it and knowing what to do next are 2 different things. Clarity is the map that shows you where you are. It is not the road out. And the road out is different for every man. Your kids, your situation, your story. So if more than a few of these hit home today, I want to talk to you. Not a sales pitch, not therapy, just one honest, private conversation about where you actually stand and what your next step could look like. It is called a clarity call. No big decision required. You're not packing a bag. You're just getting clear with someone who has seen this 100 times. The link to book your clarity call is in the description, or go to my website, phillipcdugas.com. And before you go, do 3 quick things for me. Hit subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, so the next man who is feeling crazy and alone finds this channel too. And make sure to like this video so the algorithm shows it to him. And drop 1 comment, even just 1 word, so I know you were there. And remember, the fact that you watched this whole thing, that you went looking for the truth, means the strong man you used to be is still in there. He is not gone. He is the one watching right now. You are not crazy, brother. So thanks for listening. Stay strong, stay grounded, and stay narc free.